Methanol demand is changing. You can divide it into three categories. There's fuels demand, which is direct blending into gasoline, mainly in China, MTBE, biodiesel and DME. And that's impacted by the move to electric vehicles and by an improvement in vehicle fuel efficiency standards. Then there's methanol to olefins, or MTO, and again, that is under pressure from an oversupplied MTO and olefins market, and only 2 new MTO units due to come on stream. So once again, methanol demand is dependent upon traditional chemical applications such as formaldehyde and acetic acid, and of course the demand for methanol as a marine bunker fuel. Overall, methanol is now forecast to grow not at a multiple of GDP, but at a level slightly above that of GDP. The methanol market is currently oversupplied because there's a lot of new capacity coming on stream in 2024 in the US, in Malaysia and in China. But once demand growth has soaked up that new capacity, the outlook actually looks pretty good for methanol operating rates with not too much new capacity on the horizon. Our initial view was that methanol had a pretty limited role to play in the shipping world because it has a relatively low energy density, but actually there have been so many announcements of methanol-ready vessel orders by major ship owners over the last few years, with more than 300 methanol-ready vessels on order, that we've revised that initial assumption. We now think methanol has a much more mainstream role to play in the shipping world. I think the most common question I'm asked is, am I bullish or bearish about methanol? And I think I have to say, in the longer term, even though demand growth has slowed down, I'm still bullish. Demand is still growing at above a level of GDP, and after the next year or so, there's not too much new capacity on the horizon. So I think it's a fairly rosy picture for the methanol industry.